The Ebola outbreak continues to spread in the Democratic Republic of Congo with at least 200 deaths and over 800 suspected cases. The African Union's health agency warns that up to 10 additional African countries are now at risk outside of the DRC and Uganda, which also confirmed up to 5 new cases. Now, for more on this, here is France 24's Emmet Livingstone.
Last night in Mongwalu, which is a town in Ituri province, which is the very epicenter of the current Ebola outbreak. Last night, hostile locals of the town attacked an Ebola treatment center and burned down some tents. Obviously, this shows that there's a huge amount of distrust in the population regarding what's happening regarding concerning the Ebola response. It's not the first time it's happened, even in the last week. So there was a similar event that happened in a nearby town where there is also Ebola just a few days ago. So there's a titanic task ahead for health responders who have to convince people in these areas. I think in a lot of these areas, they're extremely cut off. They're often involved in local economic networks, but they don't have much contact with the outside world. And so suddenly having a huge international health response in what is ultimately a kind of forgotten about area, even in Congo, I think is very confusing and frightening for a lot of people. I just got back from Eastern Congo. I was in South Kivu up until Friday, and I had been there for about a week. So this was the first week of the Ebola crisis. And during that week, I could see that people were becoming a little bit more concerned. So I forget what you call them, but like not shaking hands and so on started becoming more common. You started seeing more and more masks being worn by ordinary people. This was in a kind of fairly poor place of Eastern Congo. Then I flew back to Kinshasa. Kinshasa, as a reminder, is over 1,000 miles away to the west of Eastern Congo. And for the moment, there isn't a sense of panic at all, I would say. You do see the odd mask here and there, but for the time being, life is going on as it usually does. And I think it bears repeating that for the vast majority of people in Congo and also in Kinshasa, their concern is their daily survival. So people don't necessarily have Ebola at the very top of their minds.